I'm going to be installing the Motiv FlexFuel kit today. This is all the two that we're installing. It comes with new lines right here. That'll replace the old lines in the car, and it came with this fitting separately, and I think so. Yeah, so it screws onto this end like that. So I'm guessing they made this so if you wanted to hook this directly up to the high pressure fuel pump on this side, you can, but I'm just gonna hook it up to where the stock the stock fuel line goes in. So I'll show you that in a sec, but I'm gonna be hooking this up first, and then hooking this up because there's kind of minimal room in the car to get all this in there. So as you can see, I got most of the stuff out of the way that I could. You can easily get all these out of the way if you know how. I get this cover out. Battery's disconnected back there, just so the fuel pump won't prime anymore. And it's still gonna have pressure because I did unlock the car. So on these BMWs, if you press the unlock button, it'll prime the fuel pump. So it already primed. I'm gonna have to put a towel over it and disconnect it, but basically you can see this line right here. That's the hard part that we're gonna have to get to, I think, because I put my phone now. That loops around to here, unlike the 335i, where this end would be under the car. I think it's on the firewall, on the bottom side of the firewall, I think, on the 335i's, but on the Z4s it's right here. So we'll just get those disconnected. So okay, so here's the one off the car, and this is basically gonna go like that, and then the fuel thing's gonna go in there. So it's a little longer, but it should work the same. I think it's just longer by like 2 or 3 inches. So hopefully it still works the same. Yeah, it's only like basically 3 inches longer. So I'll hook this. I'll put this on the engine side first, just so I feel like it might be easier that way. And here's all the wrenches that I think we're gonna need. So 9/16 or 14 millimeter, and what is this? 16. And then I just have a few crescent wrenches. You actually need I think one of these is an 18, but you can't. I don't have a wrench for it, so I don't have an 18, which is why the crescent wrenches are here. So yeah. So the piece that comes in the Motiv kit, come on, this piece, let me focus here, this one, it's not gonna have, so all the other ones it's gonna have like a little slit in the middle of this head right here, but this one it won't. So this thing actually goes on the engine side of the car. So you put this behind here, let me focus over there. So you put this little head thing, the screw part, behind the lip, like right there. So it's not actually going in the lip, it's like behind it. So I'm just gonna hold it down and get the other one in. So this one, it's got like 2 O-rings on the inside. So you just slip it on and then screw the back half onto it, and they basically just tightens themselves. The limited room here, not very great, but should still, there we go. So you should still be able to hand tighten it like most of the way. I got it like most of the way, and now all I need to do is just tighten that so that there's no fuel leaks, and hope there is none. It is getting dark. I should probably get a flashlight. So are they gonna break it or make it better? I don't know. There we go. Should be tight enough to not get loose at all. I got this line in. You guys can't see shit right now, but that line goes all the way behind these 2 coolant lines. You can see the back of it right there. Right there. So, and the other line is all the way up where my finger is right here. So, that's like, I'm gonna have to bend that line, and hopefully that line can take the bending. So, yep, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, well, this was not easy at all. Anyways, there's the connection I did. And there's the sensor. I tightened everything up already and primed the fuel pump a few times. It's not leaking. That's the thing right there. What I did was I took that out of that bracket down there, and I pushed it up over the coolant, these 2 coolant lines. Then I hooked it up right there. That's like a pretty sharp bend, so I don't know how long that's gonna stay like that. But then I just put that back in place and everything is good now. No leaks. Hopefully no leaks in the future as well. But that's in. All of these are in. Definitely would have been easier to fit in a 335i, I think, because this thing down here would have been at the bottom of the car. So it's supposed to be coming up the car instead it's going from here, making a big U-turn into here. So yeah, and then I somehow faced the plug the complete opposite way of the DME, which is over here on the Z4s instead of over there. So I somehow did that. It's also too late to, it's like I literally can't undo any of these anymore, because apparently these fittings that go on the lines with an opening on it, if you don't have an open-ended wrench for it, which I do not, I used a regular wrench, it actually, when you're turning them, it crimps these down and makes them a smaller size. So that's not good. Those are like pretty much, I pretty much broke it already. So yeah. I think next up we just need to plug in the Motiv box, which is over here, and then do all the wiring. Okay, got it out. Look at that. Done. Boom. Easy. So this side came out pretty easily actually. You just pull it and then wire's in the way, so careful not to actually pull it out. But for this side, it's actually hitting this wall right here when you try to pull this out. So what I did was I grabbed this plastic piece down here. Actually, no, I grabbed the connector itself. I grabbed the connector, and then I basically pulled the whole box up like that, just enough to where I can pull this tab out all the way. It would appear it gets stuck on these pinholes right here, so you gotta get a needle or something, push that down, and it comes out, I assume. Am I right? I don't know. We'll find out after I put you guys on a tripod. Well, I don't have a pick tool, so here's the connector, and in those two holes that I showed you earlier, I just grabbed a small Allen key, put it in the hole, and pull this at the same time. It comes out very easily. So there's that. So turns out the instructions are total bull crap, as I learned just now. It said, so here's what it said on the instructions. You can click it below and see. So it says small black connector on driver side DME on big outlines, and then on the description part it says on the passenger side connector, which was over here. No, it said okay, I disconnected the passenger side. It said on the driver's side connector, get the small black connector out on the driver's side, which is over here. So I went back and I took this one out and I looked at it. 14 was on the edge, and then I just counted 15, 16 because there's 25 on the edge over here. And then guess what? White wire with purple line, purple stripe right there. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna look at the instructions again, just to make sure that I was right about the instructions being wrong. Let me see here. So here's the instructions, and right here, step 2, small black sub connector in driver side DME. On the driver side connector, carefully remove the small black sub connector. Which is weird because I took it out of the passenger side. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's the same layout on both sides then. Just the driver's side DME is on the driver's side and so forth. So, same thing how I took this out. You have to, so it slides out this way, and that little connector thing, you kind of have to pull it up with your nail or flathead screwdriver or whatever. But there's a purple wire, and then what I do, I put the pick tool in here and then I pulled it out this way, so it was connected like this, and then I pulled it out. So yeah, basically now you want to get this out. You want to get this wire out and then put heat shrink on it or electrical tape. I don't think I have either one of those. So that's great. And then we want to put the female green wire. This one, it's kind of the only green wire in the whole thing. So you want to connect that in its place. And then this simply just goes back in here. And then we're done with that. After that, we do actually move on to this one. But yeah, just to clarify everything, the instructions is not very clear on which side is which. So yeah. All right, I found a focus. Come on. Okay, I found a tiny little Allen key. We're gonna try to get it out now. Okay. There we go. Set that down right there. Come on. There you go. There we go. Okay. So this, you just want to unwind out here. There. Come on. Come on. Right. So that wire. So no electric tape. I have duct tape. There we go. Should work for now until I get electric tape, and then I will go back and tape it up the right way with the right tape. But for now, duct tape will have to do. So, green connector goes right into where I took that out, which was somewhere 14, 15, 16 over here. Pops right in. Okay, so next up we move on to the long one, and we are inserting the orange female connector onto pin 25, which should be empty. So 23 is on the edge right here, 24, 25. So yeah, 2 over. These 2 wires. If you guys have port injection installed, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on pin 10. So what we're doing is we're removing pin 10 out of here. It should be a yellow wire, and we're putting this female and the yellow female ended wire, and then there's a male end right here. So we're putting the female one into pin 10, and if you have port injection or an AIC6 controller, that pin's gonna be like a blue or purple wire, I forgot, but you want to remove that and then put this in, and then if you have the port injection, you put the AIC controller wire that you removed, you put it on this blue wire. But if you don't have it, just tape it off. It's already cut for mine. They said they supplied heat shrink tubing. I don't have heat shrink tubing in my order, so I don't know if that was optional or not, but I'm just gonna cover it in electrical tape. We're gonna locate pin 10 now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, which is right here. This yellow wire right there, we want to get out of here. Don't need it no more. Here we go. And these two were heat shrink together. This female and this male end. So I don't know what's up with that, but instructions say put the female end on here, so I will. And just insert. Come on. There we go. That's in. This male end goes back, I assume it goes around. It basically plugs back into the yellow wire that we removed off of pin 10. So I'm gonna connect this onto here, like so. And then I think you're supposed to put heat shrink tubing on this. This black wire is just gonna come out of the DME box, and then it's a ground, so I'm just gonna have it on this. Right? Can you guys see that? You guys can't see that, but here, let me zoom out. So this black wire, I'm just gonna have it back into here, into the chassis ground. I'm gonna have it try to run through these connectors in here, just so it's a lot better. Okay, I just went over the instructions again. So you pull this one out. It's pretty simple. Just two tabs on the side. I don't know how. So this is the positive wire. I don't know if this could come loose. It won't, but I'm not sure. But we're supposed to go to pin 2, this one, which is the positive wire, and then we're supposed to put the posi tap on it. So I'll do that right now. Posi tap here. Here's the green connector, and you see that. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So the connector, the part with the little slit on it, that goes over the pin 2 one, like that. And then you could do it anywhere. I'm probably going to move this up here just so it's not fiddling with that other stuff. But basically there's a needle here and it just pokes into that wire when you screw it down. So hold that one in, and then just screw this one down real tight. You want it real tight. There we go. Don't use any pliers on it. You don't want to cut the other wire. Then now you take this out. You're not supposed to take it out all the way, but I just want to show you. So you just put this wire in here and then put that in there, and you tighten it up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slip it over through here and then insert it to the side of this connector, and it'll just do its own thing right there. All you gotta do is, this is a really big posi tap for a small wire. It's weird, but I'm gonna tug on it, make sure it doesn't come out. So that's pinching on that, and it's good. So now we want to just put that back where we got it from. That's all good. Alright, so here's the overview. Ground's here, not connected yet because I have to get those my spark plug grounds back on, but I'll do that after this video. So basically this is in. Everything's good. This is nice and tight. It is a rubber, so hopefully putting on the cap will just push it against the rubber instead of cutting it or something. But I left extra slack here, put it under this bar right here, and just routes back to the sensor. So there's that. It's on there. Hopefully it works. I did test the fuel rail stuff, not fuel rail, but I tested the fuel pressure. I primed the fuel pump a few times and checked back here. There's no leak, so hopefully it stays like that. Alright, well, it's back. It's actually been a few days after I've recorded those videos. So right now I've been driving around a lot, but just getting used to the whole E85 thing. Nothing's going on right now. Everything's working as they should be. I already tuned the car. So what you want to do for the Motiv kit is you want to go into your flash settings, and then whichever version you're doing, and then you go to I'm doing stage 2 plus. You can do, I think, stage 1 plus and stage 2. It'll work, but I think it might work with stage 1 plus and stage 2 plus only. I'm not sure, but you click it and then you click the options below down here, and then all the way at the bottom it says Motiv FlexFuel installed kit, installed OTS maps only. So you check that and it'll activate the Motiv stuff. And basically what that does is it's just it's gonna automatically tune for the E85, and I have the readout right here. I'm at E50 right now, so that's pretty good. When I first installed it, I did mess up. I put the orange wire in the on the ECU, on the longer sub connector. The orange wire was supposed to be on pin 25, I think, and I put it on pin 26. I was stupid. So what it was doing for me when I first started up, it automatically, I had 93 in the car, I didn't have any E85, and it automatically went to like 48.3 or something like that. And I was so confused, and then I drove it around softly, and then I kind of pressed the gas a little bit, and then that 48.3 spiked up. This is ethanol content, by the way, and it spiked up to like 90 to 100, and then it went back down, and I was like, something's wrong here. And then I looked it up. I couldn't find anything, so I went in there, checked out all the connections, and guess what? One of the pins were disconnected. So not disconnected, I put it in the wrong hole. So you want to make sure all those pins are in the right hole, but also if you're having the same issue, like if you don't have any E85, you just have pump gas, and it's reading like anything over 10%. So if you have 93, it should say about 10%. But if you have like 40% and you just have 93 in the tank, you might want to check those connections. Something might be off. But I've been driving this around for about 2 days now, and everything seems to be working fine. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video off here. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button for more BMW videos and truck videos, of course. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.